The beginning of when you break a person. I don't feel much these days. Not anger, not sadness, just nothing. Numbness is a strange sensation. It's like watching the world move while you stand still, unable to reach out, unable to care. But today, I decided to speak, to pull this weight off my chest, even though the events are still fresh, still bleeding. I used to be a stay-at-home mom. At least I was until recently. My first child, a beautiful baby boy, was born this past May. His cry was the loudest thing I'd ever heard, and yet, it brought the deepest silence to my heart. Peaceful, overwhelming love. I thought his arrival would complete the picture. Our little family felt like a dream, with his daughter from a previous relationship calling me mommy, her tiny voice wrapping around me like a hug. For the first time in my life, I had a family of my own. Before motherhood, I worked constantly, throughout my entire pregnancy, in fact. So becoming a stay-at-home mom was a leap into the unknown. It was hard, excruciatingly so, in the beginning. The isolation, the exhaustion, the endless cycle of feeding, cleaning, soothing. But slowly, I found rhythm in the chaos. My partner took on the financial load. He worked overnight shifts, often sleeping through the day, while I held everything else together. I took care of the kids, cleaned the house, made dinner, packed his lunches, became the spine of a life he barely acknowledged. Every evening, I'd wake him for work, an ordeal that required strategy and patience. He'd groan, curse, swat at me like a child resisting the school bell, often blaming me if he woke up late. Still, I kept going. That's what you do for love, right? And yes, he was mostly faithful, if you overlook the flirtatious texts I occasionally found, the casual conversations with old flames that teetered on the edge of betrayal. There was one big incident, a full-blown affair just weeks before I gave birth. I should have left then, I didn't. Maybe I was scared. Maybe I just wanted a family, any family. After our son arrived, things felt better. He got promoted twice in under a year. More money, more pride, more ego. I kept doing my part every day, without fail. Cooking, cleaning, loving. Then came that night. I was in the kitchen preparing dinner. His lunch for work was almost packed, every slice of meat perfectly laid, every snack placed with care. I went in to wake him like always, but something felt off. My intuition whispered at me, clawing at my gut. I tried to brush it away. I really tried. He eventually left for work, same as always, but the feeling wouldn't go. Later that night, after the kids were asleep and my sister came by to keep an eye on them, I went for my run, a routine I'd come to treasure. It was freedom, if only for 30 minutes. I jogged through the complex, the cool air wrapping around my skin like suspicion. Then I saw it, his car, parked at the far end of the lot. My pulse stopped. I walked toward it, hoping, praying, for a logical explanation. But my gut already knew. I opened my phone. His location, disabled. The very same location sharing he insisted on enabling to prove he'd changed. He came home earlier than usual the next morning, flowers in hand, smiling like he hadn't just ripped my world to shreds. I couldn't even meet his eyes. I felt the lies dripping off him like the water he washed in. As he showered, I unlocked his phone. Text messages. To a girl who lived in our building. He told her he was bringing her vitamin D. They had met the day before. He had woken me up, had me pack his food, kissed our kids, and stared directly into my eyes with the calm of a liar, then walked out the door and into her. My heart didn't break, it shattered into powder. I put his phone back just as the water stopped. He came out, joking, chatting, pretending nothing had happened. I asked him how work was. He said, "Easy night." I bet it was. The next night, same routine. But now I was playing a different role. I checked his